Thanks for staying with us. The greatest threat to an independent judiciary is politicians. Now, that's according to Senator Shehu Sani. He spoke at an event in Lagos where attendees also suggested that one way to protect members of the bench from external influence is for retired judges to handle sensitive cases. Kemi Foladiemo has more.
The organizers say this conference is centered around transforming the Nigerian judiciary, which they say has been entangled over the years with red flags around its independence, attendance reputational queries, and massive erosion of confidence.
The way the system is skewed right now, it's almost impossible to get the best people on the bench because there's a lot of interference.
We're now at a point where you are wondering whether your opponent is the person beside you, your learned friend, or your opponent is the judge. And so that's the concept of independence of the judiciary that I think we need to address.
Politicians can destroy the army, politicians can destroy the police, and they are also destroying the judiciary. The greatest threat to the judiciary is politicians. They can go to every extent, every level, to make sure that you behave and act like them.
Among the recommendations proffered include the need for more commitment to integrity by all Nigerians.
The judiciary, unless they are undermined or silenced, pose a genuine threat to corrupt and undemocratic regimes. Trust in the court system's impartiality is a principal source of its strength and legitimacy.
We have to have that integrity to be able to stand and say this is what we want. Without that, it is going to be a recurring decimal as to the problem of whether we have independent judiciary or whatever.
We can't begin to blame the judges. We can't begin to blame the legislators if we and the lawyers that are representing the clients, representing the society, are not promoting or encouraging the justice that we seek.
The lawyers are yearning for quick trials. Plea bargain may work. Also, the long adjournments oftentimes take several years.
These faith-based lawyers say they will continue to push for a society where good governance, equity, and respect for human rights prevail. Kemi Foladiemo, TVC News, Lagos.
And let's talk politics. As momentum builds up ahead the local government election in Akwa Ibom State, the People's Democratic Party has inaugurated new state executives. Their task is to unify the party and ensure victory in the coming election. Miriam Daniels has more.
Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Umoino, has tasked the newly elected state executives to expand the membership base of the party by offering selfless services. He congratulates the re-elected chairman Aniakan Akpan and his executive members for the successful election, while particularly thanking the immediate former governor Udom Imano. He says he provided the needed leadership that led to his emergence as governor.
Today marks a new dawn in the history of our party, a new beginning with a new ESCO for the work God is setting before them. Let me thank very glowing terms the immediate past executives of our party, that was led by our new chairman. Thank you for standing by the party. Thank you for working hard to ensure that we emerged as governor.
In his remark, former Governor Udom Imano appreciates the party leadership for successfully driving the party to success with the emergence of Umoino in the 2023 election.
No matter what happens, myself and the present governor needed to be here presently to just show that appreciation to them for supporting us. Running a party for 4 years, no crack, is not a joke. So we appreciate the chairman and all his executive members for running the party, and they took us through a major election that saw through our governor.
In his acceptance speech, the re-elected chairman Aniakan Akpan assures that the state executives will work together to maintain the winning history of the party. and more importantly, to ensure the re-election of Governor Umoino in 2027.
I wholeheartedly accept with gratitude this mandate which you have given myself and my colleagues in the State Working Committee and the State Executive Committee of our party and other levels to serve the party and the state.
Governor Eno also calls on all party faithful to give the new EXCO the necessary support to succeed in the task ahead, especially the October 5 local government election. Miriam Daniels, TVC News, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State.
Now to Ekiti, where the state government has tasked lawmakers in the 7th House of Assembly on constructive oversight functions. Governor Biodun Oyebanji, who was represented by the Secretary to the state government, Habibat Adubiaro, gave the charge at a retreat for members. Speaking on the theme, legislating and oversight in a challenging time, the Speaker of the Ekiti State House of Assembly, Adeoye Aribasoye, said the retreat is in preparation into the new legislative year. He pledged the commitment of lawmakers to effective representation and oversight. The Speaker also decried the poor salary structure of the legislative arm of government.
It's not merely about passing bills. It's about crafting laws that are responsive to current needs and adaptable to future circumstances. Hence, our legislative body must focus on inclusive legislation that ensures that our laws address the needs of all segments of society, particularly the most vulnerable.
No House of Assembly, a legislative man, is one hand that requires capacity building. Any capacity building done, any resourcing into capacity building of members of the House is not a waste, and it is not extravagant. They need to be abreast of what is happening around, not just around us here, but all over the world. The new practice, we need it.
Our discussion is that there is a link between durable peace, inclusive development, stability, and lawmaking. If laws are made and well entrenched and enforcement is real and made effective, there will be inclusive development, there will be peace in society.
We have done a lot by passing into law so many bills. Of course, we are going to continue from where we stop. People should be expecting more impactful bills that we are going to channel towards the most vulnerable in the society to assist them.
Environmental sustainability advocates are calling for a 10-year moratorium on deep seabed mining, emphasizing the need to control its potential adverse effects on the marine ecosystem. They urged state authorities to take proactive measures in safeguarding marine environment by pushing for international agreements and regulatory frameworks that prioritize the health of ocean habitats over resource extraction. They are also calling for stricter oversight and cooperation with international bodies to ensure that the marine ecosystem is protected for future generations.
Without blue, there is no green. So there's a lot of dependency on the blue economy. So we should care because we have a life to live and we should live a life that is worth living. So deep seabed mining is a threat to our existence, to our ecosystem, and also to our economy also.
It is important that we also know that it is for the stakeholders, the government and others, we need to follow the 10 years moratorium. I will be glad to see a mining that will be done sustainably, ethically, without depleting the resources and without harming the environment and humans at large.
The son of Ogbomosho land, Gandhi Olaoye, says a carnival scheduled for the 19th to 24th of December this year is part of a larger initiative aimed at developing the town. The traditional ruler is therefore urging sons and daughters of Ogbomosho land to join hands in supporting his quest for development. Speaking at an event, the chairman of the Carnival Committee, Williams Adeleye, said that Ogbomosho is on his way to becoming a tourist destination, as the carnival will provide an opportunity to showcase the town's rich cultural heritage.
Vision of turning our town into a model town, because we do not want to develop, we do not want to depend upon the government. We want to depend upon ourselves. And all the things that the Lord has blessed the indigenes with, it is time for them now to use it for the development of their town. And so 70–80% of the development is going to come from indigenes like you and me, contributing what the Lord has blessed us with in the development of our town.
KBAC, it was his intention to make culture and tourism the bedrock of economic development in the Ogbomoso land. And this is the reason why this committee was formed. The committee got down to business, and we've been putting together, our rich cultural heritage, which we are going to showcase in December.
Ogbomoso is quite resourceful, but it has never been harnessed. And when we have KBC enthroned last year, he gingered and sensitized all of us of how much we are sitting on, and that we're not bringing together to let people know our value.
And outside Nigeria, armed men have allegedly attacked a military training camp in Mali's capital, Bamako. That's according to local news. The announcement came after gunfire was heard ringing out in the city earlier in the day. The situation is said to be under control now. It is not yet clear who is behind the shooting. Mali is one of the several West African countries that have been fighting an Islamist insurgency for more than a decade.